Hennessy Performance League NASCAR Cup Series race in store for you guys. Up in the booth tonight, we have the amazing trio from last night's incredible Gateway Truck Series race. We have Firstinator. How's it going, bud?
Doing great. Hopefully we see a good race like we did last race.
All right, and of course, we can't forget about a man who just raced in the Xfinity Series here at Charlotte, the Canadian man himself, Mr. Speed Racer. Speed, how is that Coca-Cola feeling right now?
The Coke is feeling great. The result of the race, not so much, but looking forward to another game of punt we're about to watch that's 300 miles long.
And I am always Jake, pretty much, I guess you could say, the man who has been doing this broadcast booth since season 1 at Talladega. So glad to get a chance to be back for an amazing, exciting 2-hour Cup Series race from the beautiful Charlotte Motor Speedway, home of the Coca-Cola 600, as myself and Speed are drinking some Coca-Cola right now. But anyways, though, let's go ahead and let's do a recap of what's been going on. We are now halfway through the season, and let's go ahead and talk about last week. Last week, it was at Pocono, and it was won by potentially a new championship contender, question mark, and Why Betta, who dominated at Pocono, who's got the momentum heading into this race tonight. Speed, you've seen Why Betta here and there, but give us your thoughts on the momentum that he's carrying into tonight.
I mean, yeah, he's had a few good races in a row, because if you remember Iowa, he also pulled in the top 5 there. If you notice, when it comes down to these races where it's controllers versus wheels, he's typically one of the top 3 guys on controller, which will help him throughout the season. But hopefully he can carry this momentum and use it for the playoffs.
Exactly, but the big question is, though, since we're at Charlotte, which means what, another mile and a half in store for us, Fortunator. I mean, we've seen a lot of guys that are really good at mile and a halves, but is there anyone in particular that you're keeping an eye on tonight?
Tonight, I mean, we're kind of forced to keep an eye on Fistbuster. I mean, he's pretty much had the season to beat. I mean,
Yeah.
he's pretty much ran everything. There's no reason not to say that he's has a chance of winning again.
Yeah, and I think you have a very good topic to talk about within Fistbuster, who is pretty much has had 4 wins, 5 top 5, 6 stage wins, and 3 poles, and pretty much is in the lead of the Cup Series standings at the moment. Why Betta is right behind him with pretty much his first ever win after last week. Got himself 4 top 5s, and of course 2 stage wins. But rounding out this field. And yet there's one driver, and I can't believe I'm saying this, has not gotten himself a win. Something that we saw last year, where I think he got himself a win at the playoffs, I believe, who's currently in 3rd. Right behind him is Big Jim in 4th, Idown in 5th, The Ghost in 6th, Sharp in P7th, Chibi the Champ, who we saw earlier in the Xfinity race, is in 8th, Mike G 9th, and rounding out the top 10, the Georgia native himself, Mr. Masopes, rounding out the top 10. But the one thing we all got to keep an eye on, gentlemen, is that even though Masopes is is above the cutoff line, he's only above it by 1 point. Always Eric is below the cutoff line by 1. Brody is below the cutoff line by 7. O. Dylan -8. Nobes -10, and he's one of the guys I'm really surprised that is below the cutoff line, because Nobes has been having some really good runs. Chief.
Yeah, and I mean, well, you look at this cutoff line, Soaps is one above, but he's also proven a winner in every series but the lower one. Brody, he's proven he can win the Cup Series as well. Nobes, if I'm not mistaken, has a win this season. So does O. Dylan. So I'm pretty sure they might even potentially move up already above that cut line. And, of course, you know, Papamosa, he's kind of part-time, but if he runs enough races to make it, sneaks out a win, you never know. So again, it's just the same thing as the Trucks and Xfinity series, where points do matter, and it's good to have them, but if 10 guys win, you don't want to be 11th. It's just that simple.
Very well said. I think we are definitely in store for it. Talk about one of the guys who pretty much needs to step up as far as the playoff points, as far as the cutoff line. Fortuner, is there anyone in particular that you believe needs to step up?
Anyone that needs to step up, in my opinion, I mean, probably either Dalator or Brody. Brody's a little closer to the cut line than Dalator is, but both of them I feel like have been a little underperforming on the year. But I feel like they definitely, if they have the decent run today, they can definitely have a amazing time. Hopefully, get themselves a win.
All right, and of course, can't forget about speed. Who do you think really needs to step up as far as the cup standings?
Um, there's a, there's a few guys. I think Brody, with his skill, I don't think he should be in 12th place. I feel like Sharp had an amazing start to the season, so 7th is a little low for him. Uh, Guy like Joker, former champion of this series, I think third's even a step lower for a guy like him. There's a few names. Nobes, race winner of the season, he's in 14th. So I think there's a few guys who could step up their game, but there's a few guys who've stepped up already. Like Allen, I don't think any of us predicted Allen would be a top 5 guy early in this season, did we?
No, not one bit. I will say that I don't think anybody really expected Dallin to be up there, but it goes to show that he is prepared to be able to get some runs and potentially get himself a win. So I'm really excited to see how this is going to be.
And
Yeah.
to add on to that note, too, because of where YB is, that's 2 Roush cars in the top 5 in Cup Series points.
Yeah, and there was something I really got to think about this is that when what we saw in the Xfinity race earlier is that after Logan Name finished, I believe he finished in the top 5. You can correct me if I'm wrong there, Speed, but can that momentum go into favor, especially if you're in Roush? I mean, you got Logan Name who's carrying this momentum, and you saw what happened last night. Kluka was up there in the top 3, and things didn't go well for him, but the bottom line is you're down. I mean, you're trying to be able to reach up there. You're trying to be able to do the best runs you possibly could. And plus, Roush hasn't been really the best. I'm not going to say the best, but not the most consistent. But that one is really showing that that's not like that in Roush.
Well, Roush last few years has also kind of just been looking like for a little push. They haven't had success in the Cup Series probably since season 3, and we're halfway through the regular season of season 5 already. So they needed something to just finally go their way and some consistency and some overall speed. And finally, YB Better and LD have kind of given them that push, that momentum, that speed. Logan Ames been showing up in Xfinity lately, but nothing gives you more momentum than having good finishes yourself. And they finally have been getting them.
Yeah, real quick. So you three have gotten invites, right?
I have gotten 1 invite from AlwaysJokerr.
All right. I don't know if they're still in qualifying. I don't really know. I think Nobes does have a stream up, so if one of you guys can be able to pull that up.
You haven't been
Um,
told to join yet, so
Now I've got 2
yeah.
invites. I was going to say, it's probably not wise to only give the lead guy only 1 invite here, boys, but luckily, shout out my former HMS teammates, Goes, Joker. Thank you. Really
um,
helped solve us out here in the
yeah.
booth.
One thing I wanted to add, what you said earlier about Roush. They at the start of the year, people were kind of underestimating them. I mean, that's just I don't know. It seems a lot like all these guys that get underestimated, they just seem to have like amazing seasons. Like YB Beta this year, he was underestimated, got a win. Allen underestimated, top 5. That whole Roush team has just had their like pep talk in the locker room and got told to do better, and well, they did better.
Yeah, very well said. So let's go ahead and talk about race winners. First, who do you see winning tonight's race?
Tonight's race, I'd probably, you know what? Since we've been talking about him, I'll go with Allen.
You're talking about Allen. That's a very bold pick. I will say that. Speed racer. Who do you see winning tonight?
I think all these races lately have lit a little fire under the belly of AlwaysJokerr. And Joker needs
Yep.
something to boost his
We've
season.
got a chance to get you joined. We're as far as my pick, I'm gonna have to go with. I'm gonna go with Fistbuster. I'm gonna have to go with Fistbuster. I believe since he's always been the one dominating races. I mean, what more can he do, especially at a track like Charlotte? Which, but before I forget, there will be 4 stages instead of 3, 600 miles, and hey, fasten your seatbelts, get your Coca-Cola because we're about to go live from Charlotte Motor Speedway for the Coke 600.
Well, this is going to be a doozy.
You ain't seen Doozy yet. As we go green, Chibi is the leader so far. I wondered why he was hot seat in the Xfinity race, but he seems to be really fast here.
He's pretty much following at Brad Keselowski, Miller Lite fast, but yet why be better? Our Pocono winner is currently up in the top 5, but yet look at the 22. Bean is bringing the pass down to Wybetta.
Being a guy that I don't really think many people have talked about yet this season.
Yeah, one thing to know about Bean, as far as I know, he did start it in trucks. I think we called it I think it was Road America, Medium Speed and Electric called it. And Bean was up there in his first night in the league. And now, due to I think due to a team change or a driver change, Bean's in that 22. So he is trying to be able to reach up to good old Chevy the champ. As we look back, notable drivers right now, Mike G, the 20 in P3. Excuse me. And of course, I love the scheme that the 48 is representing in the military scheme that is AlwaysJokerr right behind him. And one of my favorite M&M schemes, Fistbuster running that red, white, and blue M&M scheme.
Speaking of Fist, he did just pass Joker.
Yeah. Something I'm noticing, you see a lot of Fords and you see a lot of Toyotas, but the only really Chevy with showing any sort of speed so far is that 48 of Joker.
Yeah, that's something I noticed about is that I think right behind him, I think the last Chevy would be Ghost, and he is right behind the 19. I think that's Masopes. So yeah, there's Masopes and Big Jim at the moment. So definitely kind of a tough break as Joker will go to the outside. He's going to be losing some spots here and there. Yeah. As Fistbuster tries to be able to hold on to the line, but Speed, real quick, something I noticed about as far as the front, something that we talked about in the Xfinity race, if these drivers keep battling out the top 2 or top 5, top whatever, we'll end up pulling away and look at the 2 and 22.
I mean, they already have pulling away.
Yeah, and it's the same thing that happened in the Xfinity race. You get battling too hard, and the guys in front of you pulled out. I actually caught myself in that spot both the first 2 stages where I was the first car in the second line. It couldn't go anywhere.
Yeah, and real quick though, I definitely got to give your thoughts. I mean, if you guys are trying to be able to build a line to catch up to the top 2, I mean, even if you're not teammates, how many do you need to be able to reach up to both the 2 and the 22?
I think you just need more than 2 to work together. Luckily, they got a fast guy leading that charge with Fistbuster, and Mike G are also teammates too, which helps. Yeah. YB, I think we all know he's just looking for some speed. I also just noticed while I'm talking about this, literally, YB's in a JGR sandwich. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, who doesn't want a sports clip / M&M sandwich, or a FedEx sandwich? But either way, though, but the 19 is trying to be able to get the run on his teammate in Big Jim in the 11. The field is slowly starting to spread out as far as the back of the pack, but meanwhile,
yeah, you really just got that one line.
Yeah, and if these drivers keep battling, I mean, both the 1 and 2 between Chippy and Bean will end up pulling away, which they are, like Fortuner said. As we see the 3 trying to be able to get to the inside of the 24 of Ghost at the moment. And since I noticed, I didn't know we do have a hot seat in person who we saw earlier in the Xfinity race.
Where is Person?
He is in the 43 DoorDash machine.
Oh.
The more you know.
Yeah. I mean, right now it's looking like this main pack of the draft snake that they got going on right now. It's pulling them away from the second half of the field, but the top 2 guys, they just haven't been gaining any time. That two guy tandem is so important to get. It's so important to get when you're in the top 2 because of how the draft system works in this game.
I think as long as the second line gets organized, they should be able to catch them, especially the guy like Fistbuster leading. But that third line behind them, because there's a whole nother line. You've got cars in the grass, cars swerving.
Yeah.
Joker's probably somewhere screaming at everybody in the HMS party. He's had enough already.
It's been like 3 laps.
We got another 290 miles to go.
Yeah,
that's not enough for Joker.
Yeah, and talking about Joker, I mean, I am really surprised to see how things are going for him at the moment. I mean, all the way back there with the 24 Ghost, we seem like we have 2 different packs. We have the 18. We have pretty much all 4 Gibbs cars besides Why Be Better in this pack. And then another one with Joker, Always Eric. I think we see Brody, Sharp. Don't really know who the 4 is. Nobes. And slowly approaching them is Person.
But as you're speaking on the drafts, as you're speaking on the 2 lines, YB Beta did pass Mike G for 4th place.
Oh yeah, very well said. As I'm keeping an eye on the first 2, Chibi and Bean. Nothing's really changed. Chibi, it seems like that the Xfinity race has given Chibi that sort of confidence / boost that he needs. But let's go ahead and keep an eye on there's a battle for 3rd place. YB Better is trying to be able to make the pass to the inside of Fistbuster, but look at there, you got all 4 Gibbs cars on the outside. They're working really well together. They're not going to let the 6 pass the 18.
But going off of another thing, a couple people right now really just fighting for their season to stay. Fighting for their season right now is Masopes and Eric, and both of them just 1 point in between them. And I think they are also clumped together in that same line too.
Well, right now, I mean, Masopes is above the cutoff line by 1 point, but the thing is, though, that the only thing Masopes needs to do is be consistent. You don't have to win a race to get into the playoffs, even though that would be nice. But the thing is, the only thing you can really do is remain consistent. Stay up to the top 5. Stay up beside the top 10s. Whatever happens to whoever you're facing in that moment, let them run their race. Focus on yours.
Well, I also want to point out, I was watching Big Jim's stream. Shout out to him, driver of the 11. They have about 15 laps on fuel as of right now, currently speaking, and 34 laps to go in stage 1. So they will have to pit at least 1 time during this stage. Whether or not you want to maybe split it in half, whether or not you want to go the distance, that is entirely up to you. But could be some strategy.
One thing I will... Go ahead.
It looks like we might actually see some green flag pit stops a little bit better than we saw at Gateway when we were broadcasting yesterday.
Well, the thing is, though, is like Gateway is a short track. We're at a half mile, I believe. But one thing I will say is that these drivers are professional. There's a reason why they're in the Cup Series. I've only made 1 Cup Series start, and that was at Richmond. I think it was back in season 2, I believe. And I only finished top 5. But one thing I can say is that as long as you're not running these drivers' feathers and trying to rattle their cages, I think you are okay as far as Cup Series, and they will have consecutive clean laps or something may end up going down. But the one thing I will say is Fistbuster is slowly gaining on him. He is getting a lot of help from the JGR crew. But the problem is, though, is that one of the drivers is currently battling with the 6 in Y Beta.
Yeah, YB, I think he's noticed that he's in that JGR sandwich and wants to move up the pack. One thing I've also noticed kind of simultaneously, doesn't that third line look a little more organized now?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's something I'm noticing too.
I will say one thing though, it looks like they are catching a little bit to Mike G, who I think did lose the draft to that first big line that there is.
Yeah, I mean, I will say that everyone's starting to get into their pace. They're starting to realize that, hey, I mean, we're letting these drivers pull away. It's time for us to be able to work together. I mean, we've seen that with JoJo. We saw that with Drunk. We saw that with a couple of drivers. Speed, you was involved in that as well in the Xfinity.
Yeah, but we're 3. Ooh.
Oh boy.
3 wide. Where?
Joker, 3 of Always Eric, and I believe the 42 maybe that must have been. It was really intense there for a second. Looks like they all caught up to Mike G, and then at the same time all wanted to make a move on who was going to be second in that lane.
Yeah.
Oh. Looks like Chippy might get passed.
Yeah, I'll say let's go ahead and get back to the front. They are side by side as Bean will take the lead for the first time. First lead change of the night, but Chippy is not giving up because he is having some Miller Lite in his engine tank because he is trying to be able to regain the lead. But like I mentioned, 4-speed, something that we talked about is that if these two keep battling out, look who's on their way. It's the Fistbuster, YB Beta, and Big Jim.
Speaking of that line, I will say Masopes looks as though he has fallen off a bit from that line.
Yeah.
And Chibi with the pass.
Could we see? No, we will not. Chibi does take the lead over Bean once again, but here comes the 18 of Fistbuster. Here comes the 6. Here comes the 11. All three of these drivers, they are slowly gaining on the 20, 22, and 2. And I'm going to watch from the 18's hood cam because you can see just how close he is. I know Speed will definitely do that for me as well if you don't care. You look from the hood cam, you can push square on Fistbuster, and you'll see it. He's got their draft, but the thing is, he needs to be able to keep going with these consecutive laps.
Yeah, for sure. I wonder what happened to Masopes though, because he fell off that pack by a lot. I wonder like what happened to make him lose that draft.
Well, it could be various things. Charlotte's a track. You could have got tight. You could have hit the apron. You could have just maybe made a little mistake, took a corner a little too deep, or Charlotte.
It looks like he might have just caught up to Big Jim.
Charlotte is one of the most unique and weirdest tracks in NASCAR Heat 5, and it makes you loose sometimes when you enter the corner, even if you take it really easy. As speaking of the devil, it looks like it kind of happens to the 2, and the 22 retakes the lead. Fistbuster also looks like he's going to follow through.
Someone is in the pits already, so they are starting pit stops already. Yes, it is Nobes who's the first one to pit.
Looks like they can go about 5 more laps on fuel according to the 11 stream. Some guys will pit early to undercut, some guys will go all the way.
Yeah. I mean, really, for this pit strategy on their green flags, you really just want to be the first guy that's not lapped. Or either the last guy lapped, the last guy that's not lapped, or the first guy that is lapped, so you can get that free ride around.
Sometimes it just depends. The Xfinity race was won by Heredia, spoiler alert, and he actually is one of the guys who's most known, and he did it in the race too, who goes all the way until he runs out, really. So it all just depends on the race and who does it.
Yeah.
They're getting really close to the front.
Nobes is coming out of pit road. So he will be 1 car lap down. If the caution would have come out, he would be the lucky dog. But we have a four-car battle for the lead between YB Beta being Fistbuster
Oh, Fist throws a
and
block on Chibi.
Chibi. Oh boy, we have, I believe, we have pretty much three manufacturers fighting, three different teams fighting for the lead. Penske, Joe Gibbs, and Roush.
Yeah. One thing I will say is you better watch out with those.
Hang on real quick. We do have a couple of drivers that are signaling to come down the pit road. My apologies to interrupt you the first, but the 18 will stay out. So I'm going to stay on the 18 and speed first. You guys take a look, see if you know anyone that's coming down or.
I did see the 20 car also come down to Mike G and a couple other cars too. Looks as though Joker is in the pits already. That's another car. Person also already into the pits.
It looks as though some of the Chevys and the Fords pitted, and the Toyotas have stayed out because Jim is still out on the racetrack as well.
Also did pit. Yeah. Eric and the 42 car also pit.
Fistbuster
is coming down, and so
Jim,
will Big Jim.
Ghost, Sharp.
Looks like Masopes is pitting.
Yeah, Sharp stayed out. Came in. He didn't know what he was doing.
But as I was saying earlier, with Chibi, you don't want to throw those blocks on you don't want to throw any bad blocks on Chibi, or he will Brad Keselowski you, being in the 2 car. But looking at it, looks like Joker is in the lead right now, with these pit stops going on.
It looks like YB Beta won the race off pit road for the Fords.
Ooh. That's gonna be something.
If anyone could pull up Nobes or Jim's stream, let us know who is still the leader after all these pit stops.
I will know in 3, 2, 1. It is Fistbuster at this moment.
YB Beta I think he's passing for the lead, I believe.
Yeah.
So we are back. Yeah, I'll say we are back down to the same. So we didn't really miss much. So YB Beta, being Fistbuster and Chibi, this is the current top 4 at the moment. We'll give you guys full results on the rest of the field. I'm going to keep an eye on anything that's happening back. We do see a couple of cars here and there. We do see a pack between the 43, the 19, the 3, the 20. I can't really see who's right. Yeah, the 11. So they are in a pack together.
Yeah, so YB through the 2 car, that is the top 4. And then the pack from Joker on through that you just talked about is 5th on to whichever position the last car is in.
Yeah. Speaking on that backpack, I mean, Jim and Masopes are kind of stuck back there right now. They both fell off from this front pack that they were in start of the race once these pit stops happened.
Mm-hmm.
Now I don't know if it was due to the pit stops and them just having a slow pit stop, or if it was due to the overcut and undercut strategies that they've had going on.
Well, I think it's interesting too because we talked about YB before the race and how he's got momentum lately, and here he is. I mean, best start of the race as you can be. Your P1 we're on the last green flag run to stage 2 or 1, sorry, unless we get a caution. As Big Jim kind of hits the apron and gets passed by his boss man, or not. They were 3 wide back there a second ago. We're looking at 6 currently. Still racing back there pretty hard. Soaps is still in the bottom, below the 3.
I gotta say this though, these top 4 has been doing incredible stuff at the moment. Do we know how many laps we have left, guys?
We have 14 laps to go on the stage.
14 to go, and we're seeing a 4-car battle, and we're seeing the field being spread out. But guys, what do you guys think about the stage?
Well, I think it's interesting for sure. Like I was mentioning, YB's had some solid races lately. Now he's in the lead. Fistbuster, of course, he's going to be fast. But those two Penske cars, the 2 and the 22, I was really interesting to see whether or not they'd start having good races with a guy like Heredia as their owner. That Cup experience, those Cup Series championship winning setups, those practice sessions I'm sure they run. I'd figure they'd have some speed soon enough, and I mean, here it is.
One thing I will say is it's a bit more anticlimactic than I thought it would be to start off. I definitely thought there would be a bit more contact between the racers, but it's still been pretty decent. It's been surprising how big these gaps have gotten with these. It's not even the big packs that are even gaining much time. It's these small little packs of like 2 to 4 cars that are just cruising through the entire field.
Yeah, Charlotte's a super strange track. It's kind of like Atlanta in this game, where they're mile and a half tracks that shouldn't race like super speedways, and you get loose in the middle of the corner for no reason, depending on the preset. But they race like super speedways a little bit. These 3-4 lane packs as Fistbuster makes a move for second place. Still below him. Not sure if he's going to get clear. Nope. He just goes back in line. Looks like they're about to lap the 14 as well. Hopefully he gets out of the way. Or just park the bus on the leader live on stream.
Oh my, he is just turning into them. Who is that? Who is the 14?
The 14, that would be...
That's O'Dillon.
O'Dillon,
race winner.
Oh gosh.
That's not looking good right now.
Crazy thing is that'll probably be on instant reports.
Oh, for sure.
Now I wonder, because I had this in Xfinity race as well, that could give you front end damage in this game. So if YB has front end damage, she could potentially fall all the way back to 4th just from something as small as that.
Fall back to 4th, lose draft, end up falling back to that back half of the group. Just terrible time.
Exactly.
Yeah. Speaking of that top group, looks as though YB Beta is trying to block on all of them, and looks like he's shooting on the inside of 22 car, and he will get that pass. Really, this top pack is just change positions with each other. They're not really. I mean, with them changing position with each other, it's just happening every like other lap. They're not really doing much to change the race at all. It's not like anyone's gonna crash each other out.
No, but it seems every time I look down a Big Jim stream, they're 3 wide for 7th place, so they're not gaining much time on them for doing that as we hit 7 to go in the stage, coming to 6.
Yeah, I would say that wouldn't be the smartest going 3 wide with how big of a gap there is, unless you really just are throwing in the towel saying that we're not going to catch up till the caution comes out.
Well, I think that's what they're doing is like they're a good 4, 5, 6 seconds back. They know they're not going to gain a second per lap at Charlotte, so they're just kind of saying, you know what, we're not going to be racing for the stage win. Let's race for 6th place like it's the lead. Oh, is YB the 2?
Whoa, people are touching.
Oh gosh, oh boy.
First, pause.
Sorry. People are making contact.
Thank you, PG there first. PG, we're live on air.
I think someone might have touched the wall there.
Thank you.
I do not know if it caused any damage.
You're about a lap too late, but yeah, let's get back to the race.
Yeah, my bad. Oh no, YB's not getting his push partner. That can cause you to drop back in this pack if you don't have that draft partner with you.
Yeah, and it's a weird combination. I didn't really expect the 18 of Fistbuster to just push the 2 on right on by, but sure enough, I mean.
I gotta say this, the battle between this bunch has been very exciting to watch.
I mean, I think 2 of these guys could be first-time race winners, or could be first-time race winners this season if they end up with they end up being in first place by the end of the race.
Yep. This is 3 laps to go in stage 1.
Chibi, I think he's who has led the most laps in this stage, is doing very incredible. But don't count Fistbuster out yet. And of course, I mean, we talked about how if YB Beta can be able to get a chance to carry that momentum going into this race, he is definitely showing it as he's up there battling with Fistbuster for second.
Okay, I mean it is only first stage. There's still a lot more of this race, so.
Exactly, and of course, we will break down the rest of the field once when the stage is over. So far, the field is spread out. We see a couple cars battling here and there, but nothing really, caught any attention other than the fact that we're seeing this top four doing so phenomenal at this point, guys.
Yeah. I believe we're coming to the last lap of stage 1. Chibi kind of broke away when the battle for second started shaping up, but I've seen Fistbuster do much more crazy stuff and gain time.
I will say the guy out of all the whole pack that really needs this win the most is Bean, because he's the one who has the least amount of starts and also is farthest down on the totem pole. If you think about it, if we go off the standings.
Yeah, but Chibi is gonna win stage 1. Fistbuster comes home in second. YB Beta comes home in third. Looks like that is Mean in fourth in the 2. Fifth is Big Jim. Sixth place is Mike G. Seventh place is AlwaysJokerr. 8th is Ghost. 9th is Eric. And 10th place is Sharp, rounding out your top 10.
Alright, so while we're in between stages, I mean, let's go ahead and talk about this. I mean, we've seen the top 4 working very, very well, racing very, very well, but the thing is, though, is that as far as the rest of the field, they may get side by side here and there, but if you want to be able to get a chance to catch up to these 4, battling with one another is not the best thing. I mean, Speed, you and I have preached about this ever since the start of the stream. I mean, let's just see what they can do as we're heading into stage 2. Once again, 2 out of 4 stages here. Green flag back in the air.
Chibi looks like he's maintaining a lead to bring him down in turn 1. Fist is going to get down. Kind of cutting off YB, but I don't think he's going to be too particularly upset. This is stage 2 of 4 because it's Coke 600. Oh, more contact! Oh, there's a big one in the back. Oh, everybody's dead.
No.
Oh, everybody's dead.
Oh boy,
they are dead.
Yeah, that's a caution.
Yup, they are going slow. That is a caution. I did not get to see who started it, but I did see on the back corner people were knocking into each other. Looked like we were playing bumper cars back there.
If I can just...
It looks like AMC Kittrick and the 88 car of... let me see who that is real quick. Or, not the 88 car. There was a different car there that was looking like he was pretty banged up too after that.
Oh! Looks like Sharp starts it, entering turn 3. Sharp was side by side with somebody, and they went straight to the wall, and everybody else had nowhere to go but that guy's bumper.
That is Mike G that was involved with it too. He's in the back of the pack.
We're back to green. Sorry for the speed, but we're back to green. Kind of crazy thing is we actually had a caution the start of stage number 2. Can the drivers be able to get a chance to clean it up? Possibly they will, but I mean, let's see how they can be able to do. I mean, Joker's down to that bottom line. These drivers are running down to the top line. Oh my gosh, who is in the 38? Oh gosh.
Oh, 38 gone wide.
Oh gosh, and there's a 3 wide battle. Oh, Dylan made. Oh, my G's spun around.
Oh, they're in the grass. They're in the grass.
My G.
Oh, there's a bigger wreck. There's another one.
Nothing done yet. I don't think I heard anything yet about caution.
Right as you guys were talking, and I was gonna switch back to those cars in the back, another car
That one
started
Porchy
doing
dude.
gymnastics in turn one.
That one Porchy dude, yeah.
Oh, there's gonna be some. There's gonna be a lot of heads flaring right now in these in that race chat right there.
I
As
think
they
we're
are.
under a manual.
Yep, they are slowing down. But yeah, just a lot of tensions flaring right now. Looks like contact being made everywhere.
Punt.
There was a little more than a punt there, I'd say.
I said this during the truck race. Charlotte is a lot like Gateway in the term punt. There's going to be some punts. People aren't going to be happy. And it's going to be one caution. It might lead to another. And then it starts the big game of punt.
Oh, there are people pitting. The 18, the 22, and Joker. Oh, someone just crashed into the barrels, it looks like. Either they crashed into the barrels, or that's just the game being the game and showing stuff weird. As Chibi did not pit, neither did Bean. Oh. Or that's YB Beta, not Bean.
I was going to say EA Sports is in the game, and you turned it into Bean. I forgot how funny pit stops looked in this game.
Yeah, I was gonna say, the guy ran straight into the barrels and then just sideways went down the pit lane. I was wondering what was going on and if my eyes were deceiving me.
Looks like Fist is going to win the race off of pit road, followed by a 22. Or is that AlwaysJokerr who thinks he got the spot? Irregardless, those two are fighting for second out of pit road.
Now, I wonder, with the guys who are staying out, I wonder what their strategy is, considering the amount of laps left in this stage.
Well, they all know they're going to have to pit once regardless, and they only ran 3 turns before there was a caution, really. So, I think they're just doing this for track position, which in theory should work, because lines get split up easily, and those guys on new fresh tires could easily just get set back in a different line. But if it doesn't spread it as much as these guys are anticipating, it could lead to trouble here later in this run.
That is very true.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, we're getting ready to have the field line back up. I think.
Oh my, I think someone just crashed into the infield. Someone in the very back. Yep, that was Alan. Oh no.
Broadcast was curse. Oh boy.
Sorry, Alan. His hood's looking like it's a spoiler now.
Well, the LD stands for Left Dead Tonight.
Oh my. Looks like they might be going green this time.
As we hit the restart zone, green flag is back out here at Charlotte.
Oh, Eric falling back.
Yeah, but Chibi's still in the lead though at the moment. Chibi, YB Beta. Oh gosh. Here comes the 18. Yeah, but he's gonna let the 18 of Fistbuster go to the inside of masopes. But following behind him is Bing.
Yeah, these guys on the fresher tires, if they're already in third, I think they're going to have an easy time getting around those two in front. But I've been surprised before.
My man, easy sometimes is an understatement. I mean, if we're looking at it right now, he's still catching them.
No, but I think Noobs did lagged out, so fortunate Noobs there. Dallas got a lot of hood damage, but back to the front we go. Here comes YB Beta to the inside of Chibi. If these two keep... Go ahead.
Pushed him a little. I was going to say he pushed him a little just to get that spot.
Yeah, but here comes Fistbuster, Bean, and Masopes. This is what I've been telling you about. Here at this racetrack, it seems like that if you are in a single file line, you can be able to get a chance to have some good runs. But the problem is that if you keep battling out, then the rest of the field is going to be able to chase you down, just like Fistbuster and Bean and Masopes is chasing down White Betta and Chibi.
Yeah, they're right on their back. They're right in their backside right now. Hopefully they're only getting the draft and not that dirty air. It looks like Fistbuster is just trying to get his moment to finally break down like Bean did on Fistbuster right there. And it looks like Fistbuster might get passed by Masopes as well.
Yeah, Bean, I think he wants to be the first car with those fresh tires. He showcased a lot of talent in this short time here. That run in the Truck Series, well documented. Very fantastic run for him. Got him a Cup Series ride, and I mean, here he is, performing well in the Cup Series. So maybe his ride is secured here in Hennessy for a long time. He keeps this up, and maybe he gets a win or two here in the Cup Series.
Yeah, as we are back up front between White Betta. I mean, as far as this top five, this is where things are going to get really interesting because you have three drivers going three wide. Oh boy, Fistbuster, Bean, Masopes, and Chibi. And look who's gaining a lot of spots. Here comes Sharp.
Chibi falling back in that pack.
Yeah, Sharp having a sharp race so far. The Missile made his way up to third place.
Oh my goodness. Oh. One more missile joke and you're getting called in the hauler.
Oh, at least I don't call myself the Fortunator. As the 2-car is gonna make a move on the soaps. Maybe. No, he was thinking about it. He thought about it. Sharp, though, to your point, Jake, Sharp and Joker, they've caught up to this pack. Do you think they can make any moves?
I believe so. I mean, I'll see why not. It's Sharp and Joker we're talking about here. They're two of the best drivers in Hendrick, along with Ghost. I mean, they have a chance to be able to chase down this pack up there.
I will say another guy who is trying to go for one of them challenges, last or whatever. Mike G went from back of the pack to like 7th.
Yeah, and I mean, Joker, he's pretty well done everything you can think of in this league, but has he won a Coke 600?
Yeah, I don't think so. It's
Not
hard
that
to
I know.
tell.
So
I haven't been here long enough.
maybe tonight's his night.
Yeah, tonight is the night. I mean,
Hey,
JGR, but
As Kevin Gr.3 says, anything is possible.
Okay.
okay. So we're referencing a former Timberwolves and Celtics players. Okay, back to reality. Fistbuster still in the lead, but look at this pack I'm watching out here. I mean, you got White. Oh, Chibi. Oh, Sharp flagging. Sharp flagging. Sharp flagging. He's gonna have to get out of the way. That's gonna be bad news for this pack. If Sharp is lagging, I hope I'm not the only one that caught that.
Does anyone
No.
know if Sharp's at the boat or if he's at his house?
I don't know, but his internet isn't very sharp tonight.
Oh.
Oh my God, Speed.
Hey, he already made the joke about Jack yesterday.
Jesus.
What is that? Multiple people on Spectrum Wi-Fi?
Yeah, gotta stop using Spectrum, people. Xfinity, LAN cables, something.
Hey, I mean, there's a whole series named after Xfinity. It's got to have some decent Wi-Fi.
Oh!
Oh boy.
What I just missed?
He's running the good old snake formation down the street away.
Looking like IndyCar out here, bro.
Looks like he's trying to break the draft, but there's no draft to break because nobody wants to get in it.
I mean, Snake just hurts yourself more than it does help others.
Yeah, just ask Kevin Durant.
Oof. Oh yeah. I mean, I think Chibi is catching up a little to that two-car pack of YB Beta and Fistbuster. Also looks like Joker is just trying to figure out when he's going to be able to pass Bean, because he seems to have the faster car. He's just trying to swerve his way to see where his spot's going to be.
Yeah, Joker is a very interesting guy. He's very aggressive, but he also likes to play a little game of chess. So, although he's definitely willing to make a move, he also picks and chooses when he's going to make the move.
Yeah.
He's like a bird stalking his prey.
All right, so I think we're definitely doing a lot of the puns after last night for sure. But I gotta say this though, as far as this stage, along Fistbuster is back. He's currently in the lead at the moment. I feel like that he has the car that drivers need to be able to beat, and YB Better is still holding on to his back bumper. Well, what does that mean for Chibi? What does that mean for Joker? What does that mean for Bean? And let me remind you guys, Joker, this is probably the highest spot he's currently in this race. We've seen him in the back most of the time since stage 1, but now he has a shot to be able to stay up there, potentially try to chase down the leaders as Chibi slowly gets YB Better's draft. Being right behind him, but of course, good.
Good news, bad news. Good news is there's only 22 laps to go in stage 2. Bad news is that still means there's 122 laps to go in the race.
Oh dear. Going off bad news, I think that lag from Sharp caused Mike G and Masopes to fall off from this main pack, and they are losing time. It looks like. Another thing though. Chibi and YB Beta still have not pit. I wonder if they can make it this full race, or not this full race, but this full stint.
Well, you got to remember too, like I mentioned earlier briefly, there's 4 stages this race because it's the Coke 600. So there's a lot of stage points to capitalize on tonight. Why NASCAR in 2020 and before then a little bit and even now decided to split the Coke 600 in 4 stages? I have no idea. Don't be mad at me, be mad at the people who've made the product. But
yes, we at HPL do not condone going and doing this on your own.
No, we do not. However, what HPL does condone is good hard racing.
Oh, yeah, for sure. As Chibi looks like he's going to get passed. Yeah, he drops to the back of the pack.
It's also going to point out that YB Beta, he's just got a plan when. Looks like he's close enough to make the move for the lead.
Yeah, as Fistbuster and YB Better are battling out, Joker moving inside 4th. That means that Joker's going to have a tough task on his hands because the top 3 has been really fast all night. As YB Better clips the apron, that's going to give Bean a chance to stay right behind Beta.
Oh,
Do you want to point out that pit stops are going to be happening in the next 8 or so laps as well? People are already on pit road, but they aren't in this line, so we're not really noting them as much as others.
Sharp,
but
he's going down to the pits.
Sharp is coming out of the pits.
Oh, my bad. Yeah.
It looks like, however, Joker, unless he's just going through life for fun, and the 2 are both signaling. Not sure why you would pass 2 people and then go to pit road. Joker's staying out. Joker literally just made that move. He's that guy, I guess.
Wait, what did he do?
He went he went down to the bottom of the three wide on the front stretch and ended up getting into second place.
Well, I think this is going to make things really interesting, especially as far as our leader, because Fist, First, or no, sorry, not Fist, but Fist first, Speed and First, sorry, Monday, but anyways, we definitely recognize who's in the front, but just remember the rivalry that these two have. I mean, let's go ahead and talk about this. These two were former teammates at one point last season. They were teammates, but ever since then, Fist got traded to JGR, and that has pretty much put a fire in him, pretty much wrecking Joker at Sonoma, and has won the most races. So you know Joker is keeping an eye on the 18. You know that he's going to try to do whatever he can to catch up to the 18 speed.
Yeah, and I mean, Joker, if there's one thing he still feels upset about, it's that the way Sonoma ended. And I feel like he was going to show that at Iowa before tire strategy kind of bit Joker a little bit. But now that we're here in this position, Joker has a shot to hang with and potentially beat Fistbuster for at least a stage win.
So who cats into the pits?
But now that chess game begins of who's going to undercut who, there's only 4 laps on fuel left. And that's going off of Big Jim, so it could even be less for these guys. Looks like Fist might be signaling now. It's the only reason why I would assume he'd be going down there like that. And it appears he is. So that means AlwaysJokerr will take over the lead.
That's a point. That is 1 point for him, though, for the lead.
I'll say yeah, and I didn't realize my microphone was muted, but yeah, but he is going to get the point, but the thing is, when is the great time to be coming down the pit road, and you know that whenever Joker comes down, you know that that Bean is going to be right there with him.
Well, like I mentioned before the race, Joker, I feel like all these guys are lighting a fire under Joker, and like what we need to do is light a fire under the guy with the most wins in league history and Cup Series, and arguably could have probably won a few more championships to his name, more Cup championships. Sorry.
Oh, looks like they're both going to pit.
They're both pitting. So I knew he was going to have a good race this race, but maybe not this good. Looks like.
So who puts that? So who gets put into our leader then?
We'll definitely have to find out once
It looks
when.
like Jim might have just pit.
Jim just pit, so it's whoever's behind Jim.
Is that Alan?
It could very well be Alan.
I think it
I
was
have no
either Alan
idea.
or Chibi.
Our 2 streams were Nobes and Jim. Jim is in pit road, and Nobes is no longer here, so I don't really know.
Well, sounds fantastic.
It is pretty fantastic. Just remember, we got 115 laps to go. I love Charlotte.
You make it sound so much easier than it is.
Yeah.
Let me remind you guys that I am the guy that ended up calling a Sonoma Cup race by myself. So if I had to do that, I'm pretty sure we can do this.
Oh, we can do this. As it looks like Nate the Best actually led a lap.
What?
Yeah.
Wait. Oh. That's Charlotte for you. We said it was weird earlier. This is what we meant.
And then Fistbuster retook the lead, as I guessed. That's why I'm already back on him.
I don't know. Lap traffic makes it hard for us in the booth because we don't really have a marker or anything like that.
But
I wish Sheet 5 was a bit better with that.
Again, all my teammates and former teammates, shout out Big Jim. Thank you for streaming, giving us a lap counter, and not quitting the race or lagging out. You kind of gave me a good reference point for fuel and for laps left. So right now, I can tell you that we are at 8 laps to go in the race, coming to 7, or stage 2 anyway. 108 laps to go in the race, if you wanted to know. Only 108 laps to go in the race. Pretty spread out right now. We've been accustomed to
Yeah.
these 1, 2, maybe 3 car packs, but now it's just everybody's running qualifying laps, last 7 laps of the stage, and
I
I
will
guess.
say, a dude we haven't talked about much, who is now in the top 10, Brody.
And Brody needs those points. He's below the cut line right now. He needs something.
He's not too far below it, too. He's only 7 points down.
A good points day, maybe a win, top 5. Masopes, I don't know where he's at, but he's got a gain on.
I don't know, but you also have Eric in 11th place. Another guy who is fighting to get in that last playoff spot.
6 laps to go in stage 2. Wanted to kind of note, I've been watching it last few laps. Looks like Joker's kind of being caught for second place a little bit, don't it?
Yes.
Yeah, it does.
I don't know if that's from Chibi just having warmer tires, or from Joker not having the draft and Chibi having it, which looks like Chibi might just straight up pass him right here.
Whatever it is, Chibi's found it, and he's got it, and he's used it. P2 for Chibi.
Yeah. Oh, Nobes is still in the race. Nobes is in 12th right now.
Huh?
Yeah, it still shows him in 12th on Jim's stream if you go and look at it.
Oh, yeah. So how was he in 12th on pit road at the same time?
Heat 5.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the best NASCAR game we have. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, I mean, what do we got to compete with? NASCAR Ignition?
Yeah. 3 laps to go in stage 2, guys. Chibi. He passed Joker really quick. He's right here on Fistbuster for the lead. 2 laps to go in stage 2.
Chibi can sniff that stage win right now.
Only 2 to go for the 2. Maybe he could be stage winner.
He was sniffing those M&Ms and just got that pass going.
Okay.
What?
We're touching, now we're sniffing. Why?
First. and yet, they'll rewatch this and think, what is wrong with you folks?
I don't question it.
I question a lot of things. 1 lap to go in stage 2. Looks like Chibi's had that lead. Had a solid Xfinity race earlier tonight. He's having a great cup race so far. Personally, I wouldn't choose the night of the 600 to do double duty, but Chibi's had no problems with it so far because he's going to win stage 2.
I guess Nopes is pulling a magic trick.
As Fistbuster gets second place, I believe Joker got third, but I'm not entirely sure because I did see the 10 car pass him. Jim, would be kind of you to scroll up. Thank you, he did. What a kind guy. What a gentleman.
Yes, Chibi in first.
Joker got third. YB Better got fourth. 5th place went to... Oh, really? He scrolled up to 6th. Bean. Masopes got 6th. Mike G got 7th. Brody got 8th. The Ghost. We can see the Ghost tonight. He got 9th. Always Eric in the 3 car rounds out your top 10. Ready to go for stage 3 out of 4. We're going to have 98 laps to go when we go green, though. Still in the race. Marathon this race is.
Well, I mean, stage 3 would usually end this race, but we got this another stage. Back to green we go here at Charlotte with Chibi still in the lead.
Looks like that 18 and Fistbuster is going to follow in. Joker, we already know he's not happy with Fist. I wouldn't cut him off, but he sure did. That'll be interesting to see.
Oh, they're going 3 wide back behind. But going off earlier, when you saying we can finally see the ghost, one guy doing a magic trick tonight. No,
Big Jim.
What happened?
And the 8 of Smoke Z-Mog crashed
they're
on the
spinning.
front
They're
stretch.
hitting. They're crashing.
Oh gosh, here we go.
Oh, masopes!
They're dead. Oh no, dead. We're all dead.
LDL is getting T-boned. The ghost is spinning.
We are dying. We are not having a good time.
As we do have a caution. Cautions breed cautions, folks. Classic
I wonder,
case.
is that a game caution or a manual caution?
It's a game. It's a game caution.
It's a game, yes.
Okay, I was gonna say, if the game didn't call a caution there, what the heck is going on?
EA Sports, it's in the game.
This isn't even made by EA. At least I don't think so.
Furch. It's a joke. This game is made by 704 Games. Thank you.
Even worse than EA. Even worse than EA.
Thank you. Okay.
I'm just ready. I'm just ready to see Electric return next week.
Oh, well.
The 38?
Did they not pit? No, they did. Oh, wait. I don't know.
The 38. Who is that driven by?
I'm checking right now for you to...
Are we...
What is happening?
Is there a caution?
I guess so.
Yes. So the 10 hooked...
38 is Porsche.
The 10 hooked Nobes, right as they went green.
Is Nobes
got
even
hooked
there?
on Nobes. Nobes is there. Nobes is actually there. The 10 got hooked onto Nobes, and they both went in the wall, and that created another caution.
The 10 car is Hoodcat.
I don't know if that's a break for the driver of the 38 or not.
I don't know. Porchy's got a bold strategy going right now.
Punt. That's all I have to say.
This... Okay. Oh, 38 still out in the front, it looks like.
I mean, why not? Burnt 3 more laps? You didn't burn any tire or nothing? Go do it again.
Looks like the only people who pitted were Person, Sharp, and looks like Daltor, maybe.
Alright, back to the green flag we go.
38's going to tuck in front of the 3. The 3's going to hit the apron. Oh, man. Oh, the 30. They're all hitting the apron. My goodness.
They're all doing the snake formation, which is
somebody hit
scary.
the inside wall. Another guy hit the inside wall.
Sharp got entangled again with Z-Mog.
And we're back under caution.
Oh, my.
Cautions breed caution.
How many of that was in the past, like, 5 minutes?
I believe that's 3. So from my understanding, Nate the Best hit the wall. That caught up Big Jim. They were 4 wide at a point in time. So when Big Jim came down and kind of tapped masopes, Person had nowhere to go but the inside wall from there. And because of the multitude of cars spun around at that time, that brings out another game caution. 38 looks like a genius right now. He's got track position. Oh, well now he's gone.
Oh, aw, no.
But now it's the 3. Always Eric. Have we talked about him much always?
A little bit. We have a little. Guy is 1 point down in the championship standings of the cut line. Looking to do something good, and being in second place right now definitely helps.
I mean, yeah, for sure. Especially if Masopes is back there getting caught up in wrecks.
Yeah. Oh, and it looks like he might get passed by a Mike G right here.
Yeah, he got shuffled to the outside. I'm not sure if he's on older tires or not, but even if he's on the same tires, when you get shuffled, there's not a lot you can do but fall to the back.
Yeah.
Unfortunate, but it's the way it is. Chibi, though, still your leader. Great race for him so far. Oh, Eric hits the wall. Now it's going to be even worse.
Oh. Speaking of Chibi, I don't know what the Xfinity Series did to him today, but I guess gave him enough practice to just stay out in front the pretty much entire race.
Well, guys, typically from what I understand, they only hot seat races if they know themselves that they like the track or they need to practice. Chibi, I think, has a little bit of both. Just as there's another wreck in the back, or we people.
Wait. Oh, is that a man? Is that a manual?
No, it's an automatic around the backstretch.
Who died?
I had another car got hooked onto another car. It was too far back to see. It was in like sixth. This is like
fun.
we're wrecking each other for 17th place with 80 plus laps to go.
Hey, you know what this means? You know what this means? Less laps.
Punt.
Less laps. Less laps. Weirder strategies. A lot of whatever. I don't know. A lot of specialty going on.
I just, it's so weird because it's the longest race of the season. You have the most time to gain time. You should have patience. But yet, we're wrecking each other for 18th. Why is that?
The 88 cars in third, Beans in second.
Porchy's
back in first.
What is happening?
What a class
I don't
act.
know, but the 88 car's in fourth place right now.
First time the 88 car sniffed the top 5 since I was in it.
I think that's since the start of the race. I don't know who that 88 car is, but good on ya.
That is Kittrick or Andy. As the 22 just swoops under the 38 and reminds him where his place is in the field. Oh, the two's looking to do the same, can't quite get there. Oh, the 38 hit the apron and then just screwed himself. Oh, now we're putting Andy below the...
Oh, God.
Oh, dear.
Please don't cause another wreck. Please. I beg it. I want to watch some racing.
Well, you're seeing some racing. You're seeing some racing. They're doing the snake formation. They're going 3 wide. They're causing wrecks. This is Hennessy. The 88. That's a teammate who was almost murdered. But Ghost is going to get a position out of it regardless.
They're contact.
For second place, third place. Oh, the 38 back in the wall. But Soaps is not happy. He's got nowhere to go. Oh,
the 42
man.
Car. Persian up in the 5th.
Oh, now we're playing whose line is it anyways.
That's Ghost. Ghost up in the 5th.
That's Ghost up in the 5th, and the ugliest 24 paint scheme I've ever seen. I don't know why he's not running the patriotic scheme for Charlotte. He's running that, but that's not my argument to have.
Is Brody in the 42 car?
Brody is in the 42 car. It is not driven by Matt Kenseth, believe it or not.
All right, I was going to say, he's just been in that same spot the entire race. He's just been writhing around that 7th position pretty much the entire race.
I mean, that's Brody, though. Silent, consistent, ready to go.
If there's consistency there, that's it right there.
Brody is that guy. He consistently rides in the same spot, and then sometimes the race just falls right into his lap. And when it does, he executes well. That's who Brody is.
Brody, I think a multi-time winner of most popular driver.
Well, I mean, he's just a clean, nice, respectful guy in the garage. He also doesn't win... Well, no, I can't go there. He doesn't win the most amount of races, which, for some reason here in Hennessy, does make you less popular. I feel like AlwaysJokerr's proven that point very well. Why be better? Is that back in the lead? That Roush car... Oscar Mayer Wiener Roush car appears to be pretty fast tonight. Works his way back up the front yet again. And yet again, a lot of Fords at the front.
Yeah.
Because you got the Ford of the 6, the Ford of the 22, the Ford of the 2. And then finally,
And
a
against
Toyota and a Chevy, Fistbuster and Ghost. But 3 Fords in the top 5, and 2 of them are driven by Penske.
And then one is Roush Fenway Racing.
Yeah.
I don't know, most improved team of the season or something like that? If that's even an award?
Well, Roush, or not Roush, Penske last season, pretty sure, had the Cup Series champion in Heredia, as he owns the team now. However, Roush has been definitely improved their game this season, which is something, a good Roush team makes this league better. And it's something we've been looking for a long time. And you know what? They finally have it. So props to them.
Yeah. Oh, always Eric up in the 7th. And Big Jim passing Mike G. I wonder how bad his damage is right now, because he does seem to have a banged in front end.
I mean, pause. Everybody does.
Crumpled.
Oh boy.
It is very crumpled looking.
Everybody has quite a bit of damage this race. They're playing a game of punt, and whose line is it anyways? 18 car Fistbuster gets second place finally. Looks like the 22 is below the 6 car might be better as well. He's kind of falling back right now, but maybe he can make his way back up again. And Ghost, we haven't seen a lot of HMS tonight as there's contact, but Ghost
better drop back.
He's gonna move his way up to 4th in that ugly looking C-Glass car yet again.
Yeah, we haven't seen much of that in a while.
Going off right now, do we know how much fuel they have left?
So Jim has not looked at his fuel in a minute. I just know they have 19 laps to go in stage 3. It also means they have 69 laps to go. That was 68. But anyways, the 2 cars still in the lead. I think Jim is usually a guy who looks at his fuel if he thinks he can't make it. So I would assume that he kind of knows that they can make it. Or he's just not really worried about it because everyone has to pit.
Yeah, and speaking of Jim, looks like he might be able to pass Brody in these next couple of laps.
Yeah, if you look closely further on back there, as I will take the stream back there as well, Brody is kind of losing time to the 11 of Big Jim, and if you look closely, 19 in Masopes still kind of lurking in there. 48 of Joker right behind him. So there's some separation, but I feel like any given moment as there's a battle for the lead.
Oh, I thought Bean was about to try and force his way to make it 3 wide.
Oh, don't count your chickens. Ooh. I think he thought about it, but he didn't because his teammate was on the outside. I think he's going to push the 2 around the 18, maybe. No.
I wonder how fast Chibi is going, because Fire Slayer had that push, or not Fire Slayer, Fistbuster had the push, and he still wasn't able to fully get the pass off.
Yeah. And see, you're old enough to call it 18 car Fire Slayer. You're old enough. But anyways, YB Beta was going to make that pass for 4th now as well.
That's 15 laps left of fuel, looks like.
I have 15 laps left. Oh, for sure. And I apologize, I've not been saying much. Just trying to get my voice back at the moment.
You know what? It's a long race. My voice box is longer than yours. Everybody knows I'm a whiner and complainer. I also do the booth, so don't worry about it. We got it here.
Yeah, I mean, you did just do the last race for Xfinity, so you deserve a little bit of a break, a little bit during this broadcast.
14 laps to go in the stage and 14 laps to go on fuel. So.
Oh my, Bean looks like maybe Ghost might pass Chibi too.
Yeah. They call him the Ghost, but I'm not sure he's as friendly as Casper.
No. He's more like one of them scary ghosts from Ghostbusters.
Yeah, well, it's not strange to see him making a move for third. YB. Ooh, YB makes contact with the 2, kind of hooks him into the 24. Looks like they gather it up, though. Nice save.
2-car got knocked off there. Oh, as Jim did make the pass on Brody.
Yeah, and now he's going to gain time on the leaders as well. And I mean, you have to wonder, with all these guys being really close on fuel, Brody, like I said, he's one of those guys who just lets these races fall into his lap. Is it slowly falling into Brody's lap?
Looking with his fuel saving. I mean, I don't know if it's fuel saving, but I'll call it that. Yeah, probably. I mean, these guys are kind of pushing up in front, so I don't know if they're losing fuel faster than Brody, if they're losing fuel faster than the other 2 guys are, and Jim and Brody.
So with where Jim runs out of fuel, he's going to hit 0 on the last lap of the stage coming out of turn 2. Meaning that at any point from the exit of stage 2 to the finish line, he could run out of gas. And Jim is a guy I know who is better for saving fuel here. So, if he's better and he's still that close to not making it, the guys who aren't, I don't know if they can make it.
Yeah, I mean, I will say, once you hit that 0, you still do kind of have like half a lap.
It just depends on the track. I mean, sometimes you have half a lap, sometimes you have a quarter of a lap, sometimes it just goes out right away. If we want to kind of make a reference to real life NASCAR, Dale Earnhardt Jr. had a situation with fuel in the 2011 Coca-Cola 600. While this is only for a stage, and maybe not as important as snapping a big race win streak for the most popular driver in the sport, could have a similar situation.
Oh, as Chippy gets back in 3rd place. Looks like Ghost might... Oh, there's contact between Ghost and YB Beta.
Yeah, it looks like Ghost just hit the apron and kind of slipped up to the top side, and those guys took advantage of that. Definitely some contact made between him and the 6th, though.
Yeah. Is there any comments that you want to say, Jake?
I'm losing my voice right now, so I'll talk when you speak.
Alright.
That's alright. You mean first, we don't stop talking. Fistbuster, still your leader. The 22 car, the 2 car.
I'm gonna have to leave, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to be done for the booth for the night, guys. I'm sorry.
It's alright.
We'll carry it for you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Alright.
No problem.
Well, that's okay.
It's still us 2.
Still us 2. I'll lead most of it. That's alright. 22 car is catching up. I think he's got a little bit of draft and maybe a pushing partner.
That bean machine.
Yeah, the 22 car, the bean machine, and the Oscar Mayer wiener making their way closer to Fistbuster. I don't make this up. This is really what's happening, folks. Looks like Ghost is still kind of hanging on. He might lose the draft, though. Got about 5, maybe 4 laps to go in the stage. It's getting time. If you want to have the stage win and the lead to start the last stage. Oh, blocking.
I want to see someone lose. I want to see people run out of fuel. I want to see chaos. I don't know if that's a bad thing that I want to see chaos, but I want to see some chaos. That sounds like it'll be some real fun.
Well, come down to the final stage, cautions breed cautions, you never know.
Yeah, I mean, Sharp looks like he's saving, considering he's fallen back a little from that main group. 4.
That all just depends. We're at 3 laps to go. Coming to 2. We're about to hit 2 laps to go in stage 3. Not the final stage, folks. Want to stick around. As the 2 cars are going to make a move for second place. Shibby having an amazing night in that Miller Lite Ford. Can he get another stage win, though? One lap
like
to
so
go
they are
in
slowing
stage
down.
3.
Oh, they already have fuel's an issue. Wait, 1 lap to go, and this is last lap or next lap is last lap?
This is the last lap.
Oh yeah, it looks like people might have. I know. For Jim, it looks like he's gonna make it. I don't know about the rest of these guys.
Looks like Fist does the fuel and the lead. Oh, the 2's gonna try and bump him out of the way. Can't quite get it off.
Oh,
I think
Bean might get past.
And Fistbuster wins the 3rd stage. Had enough fuel, had enough talent. Gets it done. Nicely done there, Fist. Stage win. As to his collection of playoff points he's got so far this season.
Man, Fist has won too much already. This is looking like Jeff Gordon in like '98 when he had those 13 wins.
So
yeah, that was '98, right?
Just to clarify the top 10, Fistbuster winning your stage. Chivy the champ in 2nd. Bean Machine is in 3rd. And Jim's got to change his screen on me and get a notification. Beautiful scenes of glorious emotions.
4th is the Ghost, 5th YB Beta, 6th Brody, 7th Big Jim, 8th Joker, 9th Masopes, and rounding out your top 10, that 20 car and Mike G.
What a G. Gets a top 10 in the stage.
He's got those aerodynamics from that new sports clip haircut.
Fistbuster is going to lead them down a green flag. 50 laps to go in the race, or 47 maybe even. They take 3 every caution out, folks. I don't make the game.
As we said before, don't blame us. Blame 704. We're just a team. We're just a league that commentates over this.
We have 48 laps to go in the race, coming to 47. 30 to go. Fuel's going to have to make one more pit stop.
Oh. Now I wonder, we're going to see pit stops on the green? Or is there going to be a big one? There's already been 3 of those. At least 3 of them, I should say.
Honestly, there's a chance we get green pit stops as Ghost kind of shoves the 22 up the track. There's also a chance this becomes a big old game of punt. I don't know.
It's looking a bit like it right now, considering how close everyone is. Also, it does look like we might have lost a couple guys.
Ow! Ghost! YB's in the wall. Can everyone avoid him?
Brody up in the 5th. Oh, YB fell down hard.
Yeah, he hit the wall coming out of the corner, and they all just passed him. Jeez. Looks like that's Masopes getting bumped back there as well.
Joker and Masopes fighting with each other.
What else is new?
Jeez. Not wrong. Big Jim looking to try and pass Masopes as well.
Ooh. Oh, contact.
Okay, we're getting way too close to this wall. Masopes is falling back. Person in the 43 car passes Masopes.
YB better puts Ghost back in the wall. Jim's hitting the apron. So is Person. He's
Person's spun!
Oh, dude! Oh, the 19. Everybody's in it. The Sunny D car. Nate the best. Porchy spins. Person's
No, not again, Alan.
Oh.
No.
Left D. LD. Left for dead. I mean, just absolute calamity off of the turn.
Luke, no.
Porchy dude just... Oh, man. He had such a good race going. Porchy, he was playing the upset
Porchy,
for
you had a lead at one point. What happened?
Now he's hitting the wall. Tragedy.
A guy who's still playing a game of Magic is Nobes, who's in 11th, while being in the pits at the same exact time.
Well, unfortunately, sometimes Perch in NASCAR, punt beats magic.
Oh, Porchy's still in the top 10, it looks like. He's right in that fifth row.
No, it looks like he's a little bit further back than that, but green flag is back out in the air regardless. Fistbuster's still in the lead. Brody on the outside looking for third.
Doesn't look like he's going to get it. Looks like he might get passed and gone into fifth place, too. Oh, someone's in the wall. Oh, they're spinning.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
Masopes in the wall. They're spinning again.
Looks like the missile and Z-Mog get caught up in
I don't
another
think that
wreck.
was the missiles. I don't think that was Masopes. I don't think you can call him a missile there. I think that was Z-Mog. As Fist still in the lead, you got Bean in second, Brody still in third, Chibi in fourth, Joker in fifth, Big Jim in sixth, Ghost in seventh, YB Beta in eighth, Sharp in ninth, and the Porch Dad and the Porchy Dude in 10th.
So,
Any surprises?
now we're starting to get real interesting.
Nate the Best in 13th.
There's going to be 37 laps to go and 30 laps on fuel. Everybody's 7 laps short. That's if there's no more cautions.
I mean, do we really think there's going to be no more cautions?
Punt. That's all I have to say is punt.
There's more to a caution than a punt.
As we go back green.
The art of a caution is a big thing.
The art of a caution. Somebody
The
quote
art
that.
of a caution is a very, very, very elaborate thing.
Of a caution. Oh my god. Anyway, we're back under green. The 22 is going to make a move on Fistbuster. The Bean Machine.
The Bean Machine. Oh, Brody in the McDonald's car. He had some McNuggets and said, I wanted to win.
I mean, he's loving it. It's definitely
He's
falling
having
into
that
his
McDonald's
lap right
Sprite,
now.
and it's giving him a good time.
As I mentioned, he's one of those consistent guys who just lets races fall into his lap, and look at what he's doing as he gets snake formation
they're doing a
looking.
snake. Oh, what is Joker doing on the bottom line?
Oh my goodness!
How is Fistbuster still over here? Oh no, Brody just blocked the wrong guy.
I don't know, but it looks like Chibi is gonna make the move.
Oh no, yeah, Brody just went to that wrong lane, and Chibi looks like he's gonna pass him. Looks like Joker might pass him too.
Chibi getting right along against that blue paint. He looks like he could make the pass. Going into turn 3.
Oh,
throws
Brody
it in
went
real
high.
deep. Pause.
I will say, the Bean Machine, that shell car is just flying.
Yeah, but he's going to have the draft, and AlwaysJokerr, my race pick. He's up in third now. And honestly, I believe that he could be faster, given the right circumstances, than the two guys in front of him.
Just
now
give
he
it
has
to
a
the pit
draft.
stops. Just give it to the pit stops for him.
Oh, that's really wide for fourth.
Oh my! Oh,
Oh.
Contact, Brody got hit.
Oh man, they're looking.
Fistbuster, a little fall from grace all the way down the fourth in that backpack, pretty much.
They're looking meaner than Joe Green back there. It's getting brutal. Battling, folks. That's for fourth.
Yes.
As the lead's heating up.
Don't question. Hey, you do not question it. It just happens. That is why it is the art of a caution.
The
It
Bean
will happen.
The Bean Machine has lost time to Chibi, and AlwaysJokerr right behind him.
Yeah. Oh,
Chibi makes the move.
Chibi going for the pass.
Entering 3, he's gonna throw it in there really deep. Pause. Can he stick it? Yes.
And y'all said I had some sketchy words on commentary.
It's not as bad as the cream rises to the top. Chibi has the lead.
Don't make fun of Macho Man like that.
Joker in third, Fistbuster in fourth. Now, if that line catches the top three, do we really think Joker is going to give Fistbuster a lot of room?
No. After their prior experiences, no.
And Sharp, remember when we counted him out because of all the cautions he's been involved in?
It wasn't
all
the cautions. It
mayhem,
was more his Wi-Fi taking
and his
poop on
internet.
him for a little bit.
Sharp has had quite the sharp recovery. No pun intended.
I don't know any sharp puns without using cheese in it.
Okay. Did you use the Sharpie to write that down?
All right, we have a race to do here. We can't just be paying attention to Sharp's name this whole time. It's Chibi still in the lead. That space seems to be growing between third place and fourth.
That bean machine, though. I don't know.
He's been up there the entire race. I mean, if he wins this, lowest guy in the points with a win, I don't know if that'll put him in the championship yet. Or not even the championship, just put him in the playoff spot yet. Considering how little races he started.
I'm not entirely sure, but a win is a win regardless of where it puts you. So I'm sure he'll be very pleased with that. Because we got 28 laps to go. Remember, driver is still 8 laps short on fuel. With that in mind, people could potentially take 2 tires as well. It's in the cards. Gain 8 seconds on the pit stop.
I mean, yeah, it really only is your right sides that are having the biggest issue. Yeah.
But you never know. These guys, people on wheels, they save even more tires than guys on controllers. They could say, you know what, 2 tires, 4 tires, how about we take none? We just go full send. You never know.
I feel like that's a little too bold to say that.
Hey, nothing is ever too bold in the game of chess.
Well, the Ford's still in the top. Then it goes Chevy, and then Toyota. Chevy finally passed Toyota. Shout out to America.
As Joker. I would thought Joker would have made a little bit better of a run as that. He kind of actually has lost the top 2.
I think Joker's just saving right now so he can try to overcut on these guys.
I think Joker is more of an undercut type of guy, but we'll see. I think he's just fallen back to that third pack. He's lost a bit of time now, and at this point, he knows he's not going to gain much by just being the car in the middle.
Man, he really needs an ally right now to get him up in the back, get him back in that main pack.
Okay.
Hey, when you have to go against the bean machine, it's kind of hard.
Bean machine. Well, on the plus side, you know, we did all this talking about Roush and Gibbs, but if you notice, the 9, 48, the 24, HMS is 3 cars in the top 6.
Another thing I will say, Roush is outside the top 10, it looks like. Yeah, YB Beta lagged out.
Well.
Or no, YB Beta just pitted.
Maybe he just isn't Beta.
He's the first guy to pit, so I don't know what that means.
I think, is he undercutting?
Yes,
no,
he is.
You can't be, no. Okay, so if you pit this early, you are like severely like you can almost not even make it.
If he pit this early, there's 15 laps, you full it, you full gas it, you 4 tires it, you're not gonna be lapped, you have a chance of catching up to the field. I mean,
yes,
could be the strategy of the century.
If he has fresher tires and gains a second per lap for 20 laps, he will gain 20 seconds on the field. However, everybody else will have 10 laps on 4 fresh Mr. Feelgoods.
Now, I'll say, he doesn't need to gain 20 seconds per lap. Exactly. He just needs to gain enough to where he is able to pass the leaders by the time they go into the pits.
Yes, but a second per lap isn't asking for much on fresh tires in Heat 5 because that's kind of what you gain if you're not even that much faster than the guys.
Yeah, and the tires
And
are looking about
a second
60%
per
right now.
lap times 20 is 20 seconds. And if you are 20 seconds back of the leader, you're pretty much running like 15th right now. And I
Yeah.
think YB was running higher than that when he pitted.
Yeah.
So
He
as
was running
long
like
as
12.
YB runs his race, makes no mistakes, and gains the bare minimum of time I think he should be, it could be tight. But like that's severe undercutting there. Like that's I don't even know what to call that. We've been saying chess or checkers all night, but like if you're out playing the chess
Chester
players,
Checkers.
chess or checkers,
Chess
we're
or
not
check-
playing
oh, chess or
Chester.
checkers.
Chester. Where do you get Chester? Are we
I don't know. I heard that.
are we are we soccer? Chester?
I don't know. But yeah, the Sharp or not Sharp, Chippy and Bean have just pretty much said adios to the field.
Pit stops are going to be coming.
Pit stops are going to be coming, but I don't know if the pit stops are going to change that much. Other than maybe what YB did.
Guys can speed. Undercutting's a thing. Two
Speeding
tires
under-
versus four. You never know.
What are we going to see? Are we going to see another Kubal fan?
We could. You think Kubal is bad? You clearly haven't been here long enough.
I've been here for a season, sir.
Yeah, that's the point. Well, you haven't been here for a season yet. It's only been 8 races, 8 weeks.
Around the season, yeah.
I've been here way longer than you have. But anyways, this is a race we got to call here.
Yes. Oh my God, YB is going like a missile through this field.
Speaking of the missile, Masopes is getting loose. I think he's about to pit.
Oh, Zmog lagged out.
Yeah, the missile also going to be undercutting by a mile. He's got to try something.
Less of an undercut than your boy.
Why be better?
Yeah.
Why would you be better?
All right, let's stop with the puns on the names and call the race.
Chibi the Champ and the Bean Machine still gapping Fistbuster, Joker, and Sharp. However, are they gaining a little bit?
Yeah.
It's
It's not enough to really change anything yet, but they're gaining like quarter of a second.
Well, if there's a guy I've seen gain just on pit road entry, it's probably the driver of the 48. And if he gains the pit road entry,
he likes to cut it close.
If he gains the pit road entry and undercuts it, you never know. Tonight could be his night. He's looking for that Coke 600
he does
win.
like to cut it a little bit close. Oh, Sharp. Sharp looks like he's going to pit. I think he just motioned down.
Yeah, it's time. You got to undercut. There's only 6 laps to go in fuel. If you're going to undercut, now is
Sharp
the
is in the
time.
pits.
Sharp's in the pits.
That Hooters car is in the pits.
Who's the next domino to fall? Is it Joker? The other HMS car running up front? No. Looks like nobody's making the move to pit this lap. Of relevance, anyway.
How many laps do we have left to go?
We have about 13 to 15 or so laps to go in the race and 3 on fuel.
About 4 laps left on fuel.
Yep.
Oh dear.
This is the time. The pay window is in fact open.
It looks as though Sharp just got out the pits or something.
Yes, he did.
Don't know if he got lapped or not.
I believe he did.
Oh, goes to the pits. Goes to the first domino to fall.
Joker's got to be next lap. All of his teammates have pit running in the top 6. There's no way Joker does not pit here.
Sharp is, or
Chibi's
Chibi's pitting.
Fist is
Looks as
pitting.
though Fist is
Joker
pitting. Joker
is
is
not.
not pitting.
Wow.
Bean is not pitting either. It doesn't look like.
The Beam Machine gonna take the lead late in the
Bean
race.
Machine. I wonder what kind of bean he is. Probably coffee bean for how fast he's going right now. He's got that caffeine in him.
He's got something in him. It's working this race. Looks like he's pitting this time. So is the 48 of AlwaysJokerr finally. I thought he was gonna do it laps ago.
So it looks like we might see Sharp leading this race. Or Mike G. It looks like Big Jim might be pitting too.
Yep. So I have no idea who's in the lead. Could be anybody.
I think it's actually Sharp.
Was lapped
it's
down.
actually
Sharp was
Sharp.
lapped. Sharp was
Okay.
lapped. I don't know. This is very.
Mike G.
This is the most interesting. Could be. Could be.
The most interesting man in
Could
the
be.
world.
Could be the most interesting strategy race I've seen. No, Mike G's pitting. So is it Fist?
I don't know. Alan Pitt. Shout out Sunny D.
Fistbuster is gonna pass all of these cars. Joker got around the Bean Machine and Big Jim, but here comes Fistbuster around them both for the what I would presume is the lead.
If Fist wins again,
Oh my God, they're not gonna believe who's the leader.
who?
Nobes.
Oh no!
I believe
go.
he just pitted. Yeah, he just pitted though, I believe. So.
Oh no,
Well, actually, no, I don't know because I can't see him. Nobes.
Wait, Mike,
Yeah,
who
Nobes
is this
pitted.
guy out here? Is that Mike G?
That is Mike G. So
Is Mike
Fist.
G in the lead?
No, Fist is in the lead.
That's Sharp. Is Sharp in second?
Sharp is in second. Fist is in the lead.
Okay, well, Sharp, don't let your Wi-Fi do a dump on you right now.
AlwaysJokerr, I believe, has the freshest tires. He's in fourth right there. They're all
They
super
all have
close.
about the same level of tires.
They're all
Nate's coming
super
out the pit
close
right
in a
now.
line. Oh dear, folks.
Now I know you've been in situations like this. What would be going through your mind right now?
Survive, pray and survive.
Hey, this is no laughing matter right now.
At this point, skill is something required, but not necessary if people just want to play punt around you.
Sharp is doing a snake, and I don't know how to feel about it.
I don't know who's gonna win this race. I have no idea.
Oh my, they're snaking so hard on that backstretch.
We're coming to 5 laps to go. Sharp could win.
I'm willing. Oh, Chibi with the pass. Joker with the pass.
Joker's gonna
Mike
follow
G
through.
with the pass.
If this race comes down to Joker versus Fist,
Oh no, please don't. I don't need to have to be called in for incidents.
Fistbuster, still your leader. 4 laps to go. Chibi's gonna take over second. He's had a great race all night. Sharp makes contact.
Sharp has contact.
Teammate. That's a teammate. 4 laps to go.
Hey, who needs it more? Who needs it more? As Mike G gets past Sharp, it looks like. Yeah.
Chibi's in second place. He has the draft. Can he do it?
How many laps left do we have?
We're coming to 3.
Jim, switch your laps so we can see how many we have left.
He's coming to 3 laps to go. I see it. I know it. 3.
Oh, his tires are almost bald.
We're at 3 laps to go. Can Chibi do it? He's close enough.
Chibi.
Chibi will need a win to lock himself into the playoffs. That's where he is, I think.
Let me check that real quick.
Even if he doesn't, it'll definitely help out his season. Coming to 2 to go. Joker also in range.
Chibi is in 8th right now in the standings. Joker in 3rd. Oh, Chibi! Chibi on the inside. Oh, they touch the grass! Brody in 4th. Or no, that's not Brody. That's Bean.
It's Bean Machine.
The Bean Machine.
Oh my goodness. Coming to 1 to go. Chibi's
Now,
right there.
I'm not incentivizing that you punt someone, but it would give us more fun in the booth.
1 lap to go. This is the last lap. Chibi.
Now,
Can you do
I wonder if someone in the back is going to have issues with their tires that's going to cause a caution. Because, I mean, Jim right now, he has got 14% left on that back right.
Chibi's going to get run down a straightaway.
No, he won't do it.
Oh?
No, the block,
Oh.
the block, the block!
No!
Joker, what are you doing? Joker, push him!
No! Buster's gonna win! The Coca-Cola 600!
Wait, there's one more lap.
No, that was it. That was the last lap.
Oh, why does it feel like they're still going fast? Never mind. Who is in the dirt? Oh, they're touching in the back. Oh, go Ghost. Ghost just walled Big Jim
Fistbuster
for
wins
that,
the race.
For that.
Chibi gets 2nd. AlwaysJokerr 3rd. Nobes got 4th. Nobes got 4th.
Nobes.
Nobes.
The magic.
What a guy. Bean got 5th. Ghost got 6th.
I
Big Jim
don't
got
know
7th.
what happened to
Mike G
Sharp,
got
but
8th.
Sharp.
Why be better after that bold strategy call? Gets 9th, and Brody rounds out your top 10.
I don't know what happened to Sharp, but he made contact with Big Jim and just died, and then the 24 car walled Big Jim for that 6th spot.
So, you need to invite.
I need to invite
Fist,
Joker,
Chibi,
Fist, and Chibi.
Joe. Yeah. Whew. What a race. What a race. Honestly expected more at the finish, but Fistbuster gets it done. I mean, is that his 5th win of the season already? What an
I invited
amazing
Fistbuster.
driver.
I will invite Chibi and Joker right now. Chibi. And AlwaysJokerr. Yes, all 3 of them are invited. We'll see who comes in here first.
That race didn't do much in the grand scheme of things at the top of the leaderboard, however.
No, but in the middle it really did
in the
cause
middle
some
and the bottom.
havoc.
That's going to be
Okay, so we have our
different.
first guy, our 3rd place finisher, Joker. Speed, would you like to start the interview?
I mean, yeah, AlwaysJokerr. That was a good run by you. Anything you want to say about the race before we get into questions?
I mean, Chibi drove an excellent race. I want to give a shout out to him. I wish he just sent it a little bit deeper into the corner. You know, a little biased there, but good race. I had a few issues, but nothing that was like my fault really. So I beat the feature matchup, which is good points. I probably gained on YB better for 2nd. That's the main thing, and we'll get him next week at Mid-Ohio.
Yeah, definitely all solid race by you. Great points day. I'm sure you will gain him YB better. I think he barely got a top 10, rounding out in 9th. Fistbuster, since you're our winner, we're going to do you last. Pause. Chibi, the champ, has joined the party. Chibi, can you hear me? You got me? Alright. Chibi, absolutely incredible drive by you. Won a stage or 2 that race. Take us through that last corner, and do you think you could have won the race had you sent it in a little bit deeper?
I think his internet's going through some stuff. Just. Can you hear him?
Yeah, I can hear him. I don't know
Yeah,
if he can be heard in the
I
stream
can hear him
though.
perfectly fine.
I couldn't hear him. Sorry, that's my bad.
One thing I do want to ask all 3 of you, with that last stage, what were you guys thinking right there with the pit strategies, and how are you approaching it right there?
Who wants to go first? Oh, I can hear you now. Well, I was telling Sharp to take no tires because I definitely thought that was going to be the call. So my phone drops. I was gonna take two, but then I was like, well, I'm here to win the race. So if I blow a tire, I blow a tire. But I tried to do my best there.
Should you have any input? That's what you were. I mean, with the fuel, like, when did you think that you were gonna try and do like an overcut or something like that, or like, what were you thinking, like trying to get the positions? Fist, do you have anything to say?
Yeah, me and Jim were on similar tire situations, and he said 0 tires was the call, and same thing that Joker said. I'm here to win the race, so I went took 0 tires and hoped Chippy took 2 tires, and that's exactly what happened. So
Yeah.
Well, Fist, while you're on the mic and you got it queued up, it's your time for the interview. You won the race. Congratulations. Another win this season. Seems like you're just kind of racking them up at this point. Just take us through that last stage, as you were kind of running a little bit lower than usual, probably third or fourth that whole race, and made your way up.
yeah, it was a tough race for sure. Those Penty guys, oh my goodness, dude, they had something in that car. I don't know what it was, but they were flying. Um, Yeah, like this race was probably my first win ever where I didn't have like the fastest car. I really had to work for the win there. Strategy really helped me there. Thankfully Chibi took 2 tires because if he didn't, he was probably just gonna walk away with it if he took 0 tires. So once I got the lead from strategy, I just had to did my best to hold the bottom and really had to work to to hold him behind me. It was really tough, but happy I got another win and stage win, and racking up those playoff points are always good.
Yeah, definitely very well said. First, any questions for our race winner?
Yeah, I do have one question. So when you did start to fall back from the main forward, like, what were you what was going on? Like, especially with your battling earlier on the race, with YB Beta and Bean there and Chibi.
Yeah, when I got put on the outside, my car wasn't really good on the outside, and we really got to battling there, and that wasn't ideal. We let the 2 Penske cars really get away from us, and we tried to drive cars. We were trying, man. So we weren't gaining, but we weren't losing time on them. So I was like, the only way I'm gonna win this race is if, like Chevy speeds or takes 2 tires. So, um, yeah, that's thankfully what happened, and I got the lead and brought it home.
Very well said.
Um,
Well, first, unless you have any more questions.
I was gonna ask one more question for you, Joker. You starting off lower down than the rest of these guys in this race. What was going on with that and your way of trying to weave through the field to get up into that third spot?
Well, you got to be really aggressive in these races. You won't win anything being nice and giving people the inside. Hey, here's some space. That's not going to work in this series, and it's just going to keep getting more and more and aggressive, especially for those drivers around the cut line as they try and get a win, especially like Martinsville, Michigan. I know that's going to be a mess. Same with Texas as well.
Very well said. Well, first, does that run out your questions?
Yes, that does.
All
Speed, do
right.
you have
Well,
anything else?
no, I do not. I know it's been a very long night for these drivers, especially for guys like Joker who probably have some officiating to do after this race. You guys can go. As for Furch 9 in the booth, this was a very interesting race. We saw strategy, we saw Rex, we saw Calamity. I thought it was very fun. However, that does conclude our stream. Next week, we're going a little road course racing, same place, same time here on the YouTube channel. immediately following the Xfinity race. Friday
We
night
got
as
Mid
well.
Ohio.
Yep, Friday night as
No
well.
stages.
Tomorrow night we have Formula One as per usual. And of course, next Wednesday we will have some Truck Series racing. I believe they are also road course racing, except they are
They
at
are road course at
Sonoma.
Sonoma. Yes.
So tune in for those races. I'm Speed Racer. This is Furch, interesting guy next to me in the booth. And Jake was also in here earlier, but he unfortunately had to leave.
Shout out
Very
always Jake.
understandable. Shout out Jake. Thank you for helping us out in the booth. And we'll be signing off and see you guys next week.